on this particular project, we were training two different positions: a helicopter pilot and a sensor operator who operated sensitive electronic equipment. We had about 500 different pieces that were being created of media, different kinds of media, and each one had to go through its own little development process. So managing the schedule was figuring out how many of each piece we had to create, how many steps it had to go through, how long each step would take on the average, and then doing the multiplication. This was, by the way, before the day of spreadsheets, and so we didn't have. This was all done by hand on graph paper, big sheets of graph paper. But we would build a schedule. Actually, there are two ways to do a schedule. On this project, we were able to manage the schedule that way. We could do a very systematic approach, number of people, amount of time for each step, and that kind of thing, and it worked out well. On another project that I worked on, I did the same thing on a big piece of graph paper that was, here's this many people, this many things that need to be created, and here's this many steps that have to go through it. And I actually plotted each piece of thing that had to be created on a certain number of squares on this graph paper. And as the list grew, and I still have this chart at home. It's a reminder that the systems approach doesn't always work. Because I got about halfway down the list of things to be produced, and I was already at the end of the project, and there were still the rest of the things, on this plan. The rest of the things had to be produced, and it was going to double the time of the project. And so we finally just said, throw it away. We're just going to get it done. We don't know how we're going to get it done, but we're going to get it done. And we just started pushing it through. And it worked. We were done on time. Satisfied customer.